Howdy, 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 back at it again. This video is going to cover some of Ingrid's cash out combos at various sun metal levels. If you like this type of content, you want to see more of it, leave a like and video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it. I'd really appreciate the support. If you just want to support me, consider checking out the link in the pinned comment to my book Zealot's Trial, which comes out tomorrow, May 29th. Consider giving it a look, making a purchase. I'd really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. No doubt if you've been on Street Fighter Twitter, you've seen kind of the ridiculous damage she can get if she blocks the DP in the corner. I'm going to break down that combo for you a little bit and then break down a version that doesn't require max sun metals and is also, I think, quite a bit easier. So, safe state. This starts out with towards heavy punch. I'm just going to kind of save states as we go through the combo. Towards heavy punch into EX laser. Gets a huge ground bounce. From there, we can juggle into back heavy punch target combo. Into another EX laser. I'm trying to get this as high as possible. Into another EX laser. Okay. That launches them so high that we can actually get a light stock in the middle of the combo. And then from there, juggle another EX laser like that. As long as we do it as fast as possible. So we can juggle another EX laser. Then from there, we can do a heavy fireball. And then into OD spinny kicks, cancel into CA. And this does almost 8,000 damage, right? Crazy. Now, you saw I was taking save states. I think eventually people will hit that, you know, in tournament, no problem. But, you know, for less than a couple hours on the character, it gets a little difficult. So what is an easier alternative that does almost as much damage? I'm glad you asked. So it's going to start the same way with this towards heavy punch into EX laser, and then back heavy punch into EX laser. But now instead of getting another charge here, I'm going to do backdash and then EX heavy fireball and then EX spinny kick. So this is heavy and medium punch on the fireball, and then EX spinny kick, and then CA. And you'll see that this does a little bit less damage, but I think it is quite a lot easier. I mean, okay, it does quite a bit less damage, right? It does, does, you know, 211 less damage. But I do think that it is nice to have a little bit of an easier alternative. I believe this also does not require you to have full sun metals. So this version of the combo works with 3 metals. Obviously, it does a little bit less damage. But this version of the combo works with 3 metals. And I think it sort of even works with 2. Yeah, so this even works with 2 metals. Obviously, you're losing damage depending on the metals, but you don't have to know a different combo route, which kind of makes that a little bit nicer. If you only have 1 metal, it seems to me like the combos are just way worse. At least I can't find a super duper good route. So the best that I can find is starting with something like crouch heavy punch into EX laser. And then from there, you can't like drive rush here, you can't dash here into this. So you have to sort of, like, you can do stuff like this, I think. You can just go straight into this. Or drive rush into, like, that. And this is not even, like, 6,000 damage. So I feel like I'm probably missing something. Or maybe there's just, like, a grounded drive rush normal loop. Or maybe her damage really is just that much lower with only 1 stock. Mid-screen, the combo changes because you are not close enough to get this, right? So the optimal starter mid-screen, as far as I can tell, is going to be crouch heavy punch into EX laser, because that lets us do dash into back heavy punch target combo, and then into EX laser. From there, you do double dash, and then drive rush, crouch heavy punch. Whoopsies. Into EX spinny kicks, and that lets you top 7k from anywhere on screen, which, by the way, Marisa can't do that. That's more damage than Marisa gets off of her mid-screen DP punish. Fun fact. Very similar route for 3 metals as well. So same starter, same idea. Only difference here is instead of doing double dash, we just do 1 dash into drive rush, crouch heavy punch. You have to like delay it a little bit. EX spinny kicks, lose a couple hundred damage, bang bang. There you go. Still 7k with CA. And if you have 2, again, the route is pretty similar. Except from here, you can't really convert anything, at least nothing that I can find, right? You can do this, but then there's like no way to get into super. Like there's a way to get this to pick up, but then you can't get into level 3 at all, so it kind of sucks. So honestly, I think from here, you just go into level 3. And with 1, again, I'm really not sure what the proper route is, because everything sort of seems not that good. I think if I were guessing, that it's really just going to be some variation of like that, of like punish, and then like I think that's probably it. Is some variation on this as a loop is probably just what you're gonna do, and it doesn't lose that much damage, I guess. But I'm really not sure. It feels like her damage at 1 metal is just way, way, way lower than it is at even 2. Hopefully this is helpful. As always, have a good time.